Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Intrepid Dawn. My name is Captain Katarn, and this is Star Wars Rebellion. This is episode number 8, and let's get started. I want to get right into it. I want to thank all of you guys for your patience with the series. I want to have it out every Wednesday morning for you. And that's also really loud, so let's turn that down. Sweet. Okay, so this is episode 8, and if you don't remember, we are the Galactic Empire, and we are green, and the Rebellion is red. Our purpose in this game is to destroy the Rebellion. We need to capture Luke Skywalker, capture Mon Mothma, and destroy their hidden rebel headquarters. If we achieve those goals, we win. The Rebellion, on the other hand, has to capture Lord Vader and the Emperor, and they also have to occupy Coruscant. Those are their goals. Currently, we have in the Seswana sector, we have the Emperor, who is on Coruscant, which is the best place to have him in this game, which always puts the game slightly winnable for the Rebellion. I mean, you can take him off Coruscant, but you could lose half your leadership for each of your characters. That gets they get a double leadership post if he's in his seat of power, so it gives you a huge incentive to stay there. We also have a lot of systems that we are exploring out here in the Outer Rim to try to find the Rebel headquarters, and right now we have the Death Star, which was just completed at the end of last episode, and it's currently on its way to Kinyan, where we also have our Super Star Destroyer Executor. And we are going to just go around and, I don't know, we might just blow up all these planets. I haven't really decided yet. It should be a fun time either way. So it'll be there in about 40 days, so let's go ahead and get started. So as you can see, we do have a good bit of maintenance points. And we also have a lot of construction yards that aren't really doing anything right now. What we do need to do is focus on securing these systems, so that's kind of what we're doing right now. The 4th Fleet looks like it's badly hurt. Here we go. Battle at Swervin. What's going on? Okay, so they have a Bulwark Cruiser. And what do we have? We just have TIE Interceptors. I don't think we can win this. I'll just simulate it. There's no reason for us to do that. Okay, so all of our TIE Interceptors died. We destroyed their things, and we hurt the Democracy quite a bit. So that's good. Let's go ahead and take a look. I think that's in this system.
There is a message from Lord Vader.
It is, indeed. Okay, so it also looks like over here Darth Vader is currently at Gorman, and he is working on bringing up the diplomacy, getting these people back on our side. We'll send them around and make sure that these are all good, because as we start to blow up planets with the Empire or with the Death Star, the galaxy's going to be a little bit angry, just a bit. All right, let's take a look over here. So we're still going through this sector as well, just to make sure that we can set down Imperial routes everywhere. In the outer rim of the galaxy, you don't know what's going on in these sectors unless you are actively there and observing it. So like this world, we surveyed this probably like 100 days ago. If anything changed in this world and this became Rebel, we wouldn't know it until we went back. So that's why it's important to make sure that you have a garrison on all of your planets like this, because that way you're getting real-time information. Alright, so we almost have everything colonized here as well. Looks like Piet is working on diplomacy to bring this planet over since it's a neutral planet. Awesome. Alright, so let's go ahead and just let it play for a little bit. I think we're good. Alright, so we were also working on mines and refineries. Honestly, we have a pretty good lead. We could still lose to the Rebellion at this point, because potentially all of these could be Rebel, and so they would be able to have a pretty good counter-strike against us. I'm not that worried about it. Okay, refinery deployed at Chiwaza, good. Let's check out how Lord Vader's doing up here. Not bad. Alright, so we're getting all these refineries out. So basically what happens for every mine and refinery that you have, you get 50 maintenance points, and you use those for everything. Let's see. Julio joined, or however you say that. Piet's going to bring him up to full, so that we don't have to worry about them flipping back and forth. So that's perfect. And like I said, I'm not even really going to build anything right now. If we need to, we can go into an aggressive building campaign, but I think it's going to be awesome once the Death Star gets here. The Death Star will be here at 1732, so about 2 weeks. And we can find out what it's like to blow up a planet. Should be awesome. Alright, so Darth Vader is still up here. He's doing an excellent job with diplomacy. He is a master at that. Alright, a rebel was captured at Gorman, so it does look like they are trying to put an emphasis on this system, probably to either capture Lord Vader or maybe destroy one of our Star Destroyers in orbit. So we're going to have to be really careful. We do have the first fleet up there right now. New resources have been discovered. Interesting. Let's go ahead and pause that for a second. So Swyvern has got new resources. Looks like new raw materials. Yeah. Or one new system energy. So that could be interesting if we don't have this planet cap, but we do. If you have 2 Gen Core level 2s, the planet is completely impervious to ground assault. So you have to destroy those from orbit, sabotage missions, whatever. You can't land troops on it. With 1, it's usually pretty bombardment proof, kind of like it was in Episode 5, and then you have to land ground troops or destroy it. Otherwise, we can just destroy it from the air. Alright, so it's here, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, the Death Star has arrived. So let's go ahead and put it into the second fleet. And we've done that so that they can all move together. This gives it the fighter screens that it needs, 65, 66. Not bad. Let's see, how is our command crew? Okay, see, this is the problem. We didn't have an admiral, so now we have an admiral. So we'll do Admiral Nothos and Commander Grammel. Perfect. And you can see that we have Wedge Antilles, Jan Dodonda, Crix Madine, Vanard Willard. Oh, we have Dalla. She's going to be the Admiral. Admiral Dalla. Commander Dorja. And we'll make him a general for now. General Nothos. Okay, perfect. I brought him over because I needed more command characters. Alright, so we are good to go. Let's go ahead and I can destroy the system. Alright. We're going to do this once just because I know that you guys want to see it. You ready? Here we go. Alright.
The Death Star is cleared to fire.
Commence primary ignition.
Yeah. It's just as awesome as it was all those years ago, the first time I did it. And as you can see, we get a bit of a loyalty boost here. All of a sudden, people like us a little bit more. And the Rishi system is completely uninhabitable. How unfortunate for them. Now you can see that there's quite a backlash in the rest of the galaxy, though. We lost about 10% support everywhere. The Outer Rim hasn't heard about it. They don't care. You know, they don't really get that information. But the core systems, well, they didn't like that at all. So we have to use that sparingly. We can, however, use it in battle, and that's pretty cool. Like, every so often, the Death Star is able to fire. Whenever you have one of the space battles that we have in these games. So let's go ahead and go to the next world. Now, there's no reason for us to stay at Rishi, as you can see. I think it would have been cool if Alderaan was on here as one of those blown-up worlds, but I don't think it ever was. I might be misremembering it, but I don't really remember it ever being a part of this. I always thought it should have been, though. You know, just a whole bunch of rocks. Just like that. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to continue to harass the rebels in this sector until we completely kick them out of the core. And then once we go to the Outer Rim, I'm pretty sure that we can destroy Outer Rim worlds without any penalty inside. And if that's the case, then absolutely, we're going to just destroy the entire Outer Rim. That'll just be so much fun. Alright, so we're going over to Karmath now, so we'll go ahead and do that and put that back on fast. Alright, so we have a battle at Karmath. It's just X-Wings. Let's hope the game doesn't crash. Fingers crossed. So we'll just... Well, here, I'll go in and do this because I want to show you guys what it looks like. So, the Death Star is actually here. And you can fire at their ships. Now, the snub fighters aren't gonna... It's not gonna work, but... Let me go ahead and have our fighters take out the X-Wings real quick. So I'm giving them orders to do that. That's kind of fun. And then we can see the planet is... Let's see, the planet's right there. But the Death Star is right there. So you can see it in the background. It kind of looms over everything that we're doing here. So that's kind of cool. Alright, let's go ahead and try to get this set back up. Whatever is this the reset camera subject? Okay. Alright, let's just go ahead and get immediate result. Yeah, so we killed them. We knew we would. It was only a couple flights of X-Wings. No big deal. Okay, so we're at Carmath, and the cool part about this is that they have a general here that we can see. They've got 2 Gen Cores, but I have the freaking Death Star, so let's just target their military facilities and see what happens.
There is a message from Lord Vader.
Alright, so we easily were able to overpower them with all of the firepower that we have. Very good. Do we have any troops? Yeah, we have some troops. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do a planetary assault. And we've taken control of the Alliance system Carmath. Pretty straightforward. So now, let me just double check. Did we get him, by the way? Let's go very slow for a second.
A manufacturing message has been received.
Just trying to see if he escaped.
There is a message from one of your
Looks like he did.
personnel.
What was under blockade? Bill Bringy. Okay, it looks like the rebels are snooping around, so that's definitely something that we want to keep an eye on. I also don't think I have a diplomat in this fleet, which would be a problem if I cared. At this point, I can swap systems with them, and we'll just go ahead and go through it. So this is not something that I'm playing to be optimal. In fact, we should probably, and let me just make sure that Biss has everything it needs. Yeah, this is fine. We should probably take this and destination over here, and just to be safe, because I mean, it is easy to be picked off there. We're only going to leave 6 troops, essentially. So let's go ahead and build 3 Gen Core level 2s, and then once they're there, that planet will be pretty much incapable of being destroyed. So it should be fine. We also are receiving smuggling losses, so dissension among the population has allowed smugglers to begin operations on Carmath. As a result, unfortunately, valuable resources are being lost. I mean, it's like a percentage, it's a total percentage of your, gross GDP, which is ridiculous. Not the way I think it should be. I think it should be like that planet's GDP, but I guess they're just saying that, like, if you have smuggling operations, you're probably losing it in more than one sector. So, Battle at Kinnian. Alright, what do they have? They just have A-Wings. We're going to simulate this again. Okay, and also I'm going to save it real quick just to make sure. Save game. Okay, so we did that. What do they have here? Gen Cores, so that shouldn't be hard. Alright, we'll go ahead and do some planetary bombardment. And we've wiped them out. And we didn't hit anything either. Amazing. Let's go some planetary assault. And we've taken control of that. Excellent. Now basically what I want to avoid at this point is I want to avoid Darth Vader. Alright, let's stop for a second. Alright, so they're still running around over here. Maybe we should bring the first fleet back. What I want to avoid is having Darth Vader meet Luke Skywalker. And you might be like, why would you care? That sounds horrible. He'll kick his ass. And that's true. The first time that they meet, Luke will probably lose to Darth Vader unless he's grown strong enough that he doesn't. Okay? Luke will find out about his heritage, which is also another thing that happens. And then, just like the events of the movies, it's going to really affect Luke for a short time, but then he's going to become stronger. And then if they meet again, there's a damn good chance that he could potentially win the game for them. Essentially, the second time they meet, Vader takes Luke to the Emperor. So wherever they are, Vader captures him and takes him to the Emperor. And then if Luke is strong enough, he defeats them both, captures them, and takes them back to the Alliance. We don't want that. That would be bad, because then we'd just be Coruscant away from losing the game. So that's why I'm trying to keep them away from each other, because if I can do that, then, we have a better chance overall. So here we are. We're at Kinnian. Kinnian. Just taking care of that. Let me just make sure there's nothing else coming in. Okay, we still have 8 soldiers left. Let me see if I can get us more. Okay, yeah. Absolutely. We don't need these. So I'm taking those. Plus, I want to take some of these guys, too. We'll leave 7 here, just to make sure, in case they attack us, that there's no problem. There we go. Alright, so that way I should have enough, hopefully, to get the rest of this to turn Imperial. So we'll go over to Phaetus and do the same thing. Now, they're going to continue to hurt us. You can see how much the smuggling losses add up, actually, over time. So that's something that we need to be careful with. I'm going to keep the first fleet, though, at Coruscant just to make sure that we have a force here capable of defending the Empire if possible. You know, if necessary, even to the death. If it means that the fleet that's over Coruscant, if they bring a big one in, will be crippled, and hopefully I can bring in another one to finish them off. Let's see what we're doing down here. So, Joe Mark, we finally upgraded our... I don't know what's going on here. Is this a 0? Okay, so there's no spots here for energy, and there's no spots here for raw materials. That's weird. Let's go ahead and Planetary Assault that.
There appears to be some negative news about support for the Empire.
Okay, so we're going to have to, Admiral Griff, go ahead and go down here and subdue that uprising. I read this incorrectly. I thought that, you know, that this was a neutral planet, but it was actually rebellion. So we need 6 troops in order to make sure that doesn't happen. Oh well, that's fine. I'll have them do that. And smuggling losses, it's just battle over right now. A lot of discontent, but at least we have control. All right, so we have a battle here. Okay, just A-wings. I can't wait to actually destroy a ship with the Death Star. That's what I'm waiting for. So they keep going around and blockading us, which is a problem because over time we'll start to lose rating as people are like, why can't you just destroy them? When they make a mistake and come to Coruscant, hopefully we'll be able to take them out. Alright, let's take a look. So once again, they just have Gen cores. What I'm looking for and I'm specifically concerned about is planetary batteries. They will actually do damage and possibly even kill a Super Star Destroyer. They're that strong. But in this case, they don't have any, so I can bomb them at will. And they're all destroyed. Excellent. And now we can just Planetary Assault that. Awesome. So we've now taken that. Every world that we take from the Rebellion actually makes them significantly weaker because they have to use all of these mines and everything to make up their fleet. So it's kind of like a seesaw. They take worlds from us. We had a period about like episode 4, episode 5, we were negative on stuff all the time, and that was a problem, but now, you know, we're turning the table a little bit. So we'll just keep an eye on Build Bringy. Once they're done building those, we'll make sure that we put them on all the rest of these systems so they're not easily flippable. Alright, so now we'll go over to Tanab. And you can see once again we are having smuggling losses, which sucks. Alright, so the Battle of Tanab, much the same, and they just have A-wings. We'll just destroy them. Oh, Avram is being attacked. Okay, now let's see. How long would it take for my people to get there? A confirmed move here will be 3 days. Do I think they're going to be there in 3 days? I don't know. But if they are, I have an interdictor cruiser, and we can totally destroy the rebellion that's annoying me in the sector. So let's hope. Fingers crossed. So they'll be there at 15. I don't know if they'll still be there. Usually, see, the computer never stays in the same place that long just because it's smarter about that. So now, oh wait. Now I know he's at Chandrila. He's already left. Okay, so now the question is, where's he going to go now? I'm going to guess that he's going to go to Gorman. Fingers crossed. If I can meet him at Gorman, then we might be able to take him. Okay. So here we are at Tanab. We've taken out the starfighters. Let me see. How are we doing with ours? Because I can't... Okay, we still have 62 units left. Because the Death Star is ultra vulnerable to starfighter attack, as you may well have guessed. Alright, once again, this should be no problem. We can take that out. Okay, and how many troops do we have left? 17. That's fine. Go ahead and Planetary Assault. But do I not actually have 17? Apparently not. Okay, this is good. This is where we have people with high leadership, like Gramo. His leadership rating is 124, so we can put him on a mission to subdue the uprising, and he'll handle that. And we'll provide fleet support while that's going on. So that's totally fine. Alright. So we'll just make that fast. Alright, so now all of those units are at Tanab. Where is he now? They're at Avram. Damn, they went back to Avram.
reporting in.
And they're bombing off Abram. What they're trying to do now is they're trying to scorch earth me. See how they pushed all these guys back onto the positive? They're just targeting facilities, civilian facilities at this point. So,
Units in hyperspace are unable to receive
damn.
command.
So the fleet's still in hyperspace, so I can't bring them to Coruscant, but Coruscant's wide open. Just have to be careful. It's a Gen Core level 1. I don't think they can get through it, but they might. In fact, what I should probably do, because I have the stuff. I thought for sure we had a shipyard. Here we go. Let's do idle shipyards. Here, Uvina. I knew that we had one that had a ton. Destination Coruscant. And we're going to build TIE Defenders out the wazoo. Let's see. I can't afford to build 100 TIE Defenders, but maybe we can build like 20, 30. Let's build 30. Heck, let's build 35. Alright, sweet. So we'll put those all at Coruscant so that they'll have a fleet that can, or at least something that can defend itself. Because 35 TIE Defenders altogether might take out a fleet. I mean, it's so much firepower, and capital ships are just not good at fighter defense. So we'll take a look, because we'll easily overwhelm them. Might even kill them before they get out. You never know if they were to show up in over orbit. Alright, so now they're at Core-Fi. I want to see who was doing this. So they have one interdictor just doing that. See, that's kind of the annoying part about this. The rebels start going into these hidden run tactics, which is fine. I mean, they don't gain anything from it. Like, very little support, because basically, you know, there's some people that's saying, you're not doing anything, you know, they're hurting us, but it's like, you can see it's like 1%, I don't know, 2%. It's a very small amount, but over time it'll keep building up if you're not actually doing what you're supposed to be doing. Let me go ahead and put these guys down here real quick. Alright, I think that's 6. Yeah, so we have 6. So now once his mission updates again, it should hopefully put them back into line. And then we need more troops, so let's see, where can I get them? Let's switch this over to manufacturing training facilities. Do I have any training facilities? Aha, I do. I have one here. I actually have a really awesome one here. And I have one at Kenyan. Yeah, okay, perfect. So what we'll do, and where are they building these? Joe Mark. Okay, we'll stop that. Alright, what I want them to do is fill this up. So we'll build 20 this. And once we get the other one under control, we'll build 20, or build the remaining 13 at this facility. That way they're coming in from 2 places, they'll be in here twice as fast, and we'll be able to continue going around and grabbing all the rebel planets. Alright, so that'll be perfect, and then we just basically have to sweep the outer rim, and I think we should... all the hard work's been done at this point, essentially. I mean, I say that, I'm a little bit overconfident. The rebels can definitely have a fleet that could crush me right now, since I'm not really focusing on growth. But I think that's really the only way, at this point, to have a little bit of drama in it. Because I feel, at the very least, it's a foregone conclusion. Alright, so we'll let that go a little bit more. But my overconfidence could be my weakness, as Luke would say. Plus, who knows how many Jedi he's out there training. Super annoying, because their Force-sensitive characters are damn good. And we got Bevel Lesmic as our Force-sensitive. It was about as bad as it could have got for us, really. Alright, so at this point we're just waiting for the uprising to end there. As soon as that happens, we can move on. And here you can see, like, enemy missions failed, etc. Okay, so the construction yard on Bill Bringy over here is finished, which means Carmath is capped. Now we're going to do the same thing here. I'm just going to build 3 of those. Awesome. And just cap these worlds so that the rebellion can't come through and take them back. Now you can see that we have a slot right now. Bill Bringy's actually kind of vulnerable, and as is probably Biss is going to become vulnerable. They continue to send sabotage missions after those shield generators all the freaking time. And eventually, if they do enough of them, they'll succeed, and then I have to rebuild it. Or if I don't notice, then they have an opportunity to crack the planet, essentially, and get in. We don't want that. Alright. Subdue Uprising Mission Report. Come on, Graham, we'll get it together. Alright, we'll go up to fast now. And also, we're going to bring... Oh, there they are. Damn. Too late. I'd probably go back to Avram.
A manufacturing message has been received.
That's too slow on that. Basically playing whack-a-mole out in space.
Imperial fleet indicating it has reached its destination.
So, okay, Uprising ends on Tanab. Excellent.
One of our agents is reporting in.
Tanab is now in a state of obedience.
There is a message from one of your field personnel.
Alright, so now we will take our stuff to Clone, which is a world that we knew at least at one time had a rebel fleet. I'm hoping they have a presence there so that we can kick their ass. Alright, and the other thing I wanted to do, although I don't know if I can do it while we're in space, probably not. Destination... No.
Units in hyperspace are unable to receive command.
Okay.
You can issue orders to those units when they arrive at their destination.
Alright, so we're going back to Avram. Just park there, because it's a target of opportunity for the rebels. And it's close enough. Okay. Unfortunately, somebody escaped. But, lucky for us, he probably... Oh, it was at Avram, so he went back wherever he was supposed to go. I thought it was the guy up here. Because if he did, then he'd just be on the surface, and then we'll recapture him, which is perfect. It gives us another chance to kill him, actually. Alright, so there's nothing here, so we can just Planetary Assault this. And we've taken it. Bin Asada escaped. Nice, so we got back one of our diplomats, which is really helpful. And, he was hurt, though, I think. Let's see. No, yeah, he's injured right now, so we're gonna leave him, but, I mean, this is who he is, in case you guys don't remember. He's the Imperial Military Governor presiding over the Supremacy major system. It's suspected that while he looks human, his origins may not be so. Whatever, I have no idea what book that's from. I'm sure that you guys do. People in the audience amaze me with their Star Wars knowledge. I thought I knew... it's one of those things, like, you don't know how much you don't know. I thought I knew a lot about Star Wars growing up, and then I got to college and I found out that, wow, my knowledge is woefully inadequate. It made me feel bad. Alright, so here we are. Let's go ahead and move on to Wishri, and then we'll take Firo, and then we should be done with the sector.
There appears to be some negative news about support for the
Okay, so Joe Mark is back and working again, so we're going to put Admiral Griff back in charge. Excellent. And we'll continue our plight. So because of that, I can take a... Okay.
There appears to be some negative news about support for the Empire.
Alright, we're moving him on. That's fine. Again, we're losing smuggling losses like crazy, so having our diplomats will be a really important thing. Like here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send Piet out here to fix Joe Mark, essentially, because he's an amazing diplomat. And we'll get them back in line. But this way, we'll just be able to clear out these systems. We know that there's a rebel base on Yavin. They probably abandoned it, but we're not 100% sure yet. Okay. Are we at Rishri yet? No.
A manufacturing message has been received.
Alright, so Gorman is under blockade. Oh, here we go. Yes. Okay, guys. Oh, we're negative 160, so we're actually having a problem now with this. I have to fix this. Okay. Before we do that, though, it's time for us to engage the rebellion. This is gonna be awesome. I take command. So the Death Star can fire whenever it either charges up to red or it's green. I'm not 100% sure, but basically I could tell the Death Star, which is this, to fire. Tell the Death Star to fire on that. Okay. I think I'm doing this right. Let me try. Maybe it's right click.
Death Star acknowledges. Target designated.
Ah, yes. They're about to fire at that, so let's just let this go and see what that looks like. I don't know if we get to, There we go. Boom! It was pretty sexy. Now, it takes a while. You can see it's going to take a while for the Death Star laser to charge up again. But that's all I wanted to show you guys. That's how awesome it is. It can just start taking apart their fleet. So having the Death Star is, like, quite literally the greatest thing ever. Here, we'll just have the SSD executor take care of this.
Task Force 1 acknowledges mission assignment.
And the TIE Defenders will take care of those. Excellent. So I'm just going to have the SSD and its attack group handle this. So it's coming up here. These retro 3D models are just fantastic. I mean, just think of how far we've come. Like, Battlefront 2. The graphics in Battlefront 2. They just came out today compared to this. And this is 20 years ago. Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Target destroyed. Blue group reporting. Target destroyed. Blue group reporting. Taking losses. Gold group reporting. Target destroyed. Blue group reporting.
So this is cool. So we have the Executor advancing with 2 ISDs accompanying it.
Blue group reporting. Target destroyed.
And now we're going to see what the Super Star Destroyer can do in battle.
Target destroyed. Blue group reporting. Target destroyed. Red group reporting. Target destroyed. Blue group reporting. Target destroyed. Red group acknowledges engaging targets. Blue group acknowledges engaging targets.
Because I just want them essentially to focus on this.
Acknowledged. Beginning attack.
See how quickly that goes down when the Super Star Destroyer starts firing. Oh wow, look at that. That's awesome. The laser's like 3 times as thick too. Nice. And we have a nice bit of iron cannons too. It fires pretty quickly.
Red group reporting. Target destroyed. Posting orders.
Not bad. That actually stays, that actually lives a lot longer than I expected it to. Here you can see the shield generators are about to go out. They're the blue circle here. There we go. Nope, not yet.
Reporting. Target destroyed.
It's a pretty resilient ship. I mean, half the hull's missing. There we go. And it can still fire back until the reds are completely gone. It still has a little bit limited laser capability. There we go. Now it's completely dead in space. The hyperdrive is working, so if it was in a hyperdrive, in a hyperable position, it could get away, but no. Alright, so it's been destroyed. How awesome is that? That's what I wanted to show you. The Death Star is just amazing.
Rebels are bombarding one of our planets. Perhaps you should do something about it.
Yes, perhaps we should. They've already left Gorman, though. Where are they going to go next? I'm going to stay at Avram and see if they make the mistake of coming to where I am. You can see that they're getting support back just by bombing us over and over again until we actually do something about it. Alright, so here, once again, we can just we can take care of them without any issue. There's another fleet that'll be coming in here too. Well, let me just double check. Yeah, there'll be another fleet that'll be coming in here too, so we want to make sure that we do that. Alright, so we just sent in the troops, orbital assault, or ground assault. We took the planet. Awesome. Now what I want to do is take one of these support characters that I have on this ship, and I want to give him a mission to do some espionage. And you would say, why are you doing espionage on your own planet? And the thing is, it'll tell me everything I need to know about this fleet, when it's coming in, what it's comprised of, etc. It might show up before that's done, which would be fine. But I don't want to leave knowing that this could like easily flip right back to the rebels, because all they have to do is blast off our our troops. They don't need, with the popular support so far their way, they don't even need to land troops. If they just give the planet a choice, they'll go rebel. We don't want that. Alright. Sweet. Espionage mission report was successful. So let's take a look. What do we have here? We have the Zephyrus. It's a Corvette. It is going to be here, it looks like, day 1927, so that's about a month away. We'll leave the fleet there in a state of rest while it does that. And now the 4th fleet is out here. We'll go ahead and send that here. I can have 6 troops on this, which is enough for me to do the rest of the planets, assuming that they all are uninhabited. So let's get some troops over here from another place. Let's see, what's in the Horus sector? I'm sure somebody has some troops to give me. We can take these. We'll take 3 from Lafra. I think Tatooine probably has a ton. Yeah, we can take 3 from Tatooine. There we go. So they're not going to be here for a while. 1918, so about the same amount of time of downtime that we had previously. We should probably resume our building campaign of minerals and refineries that we had going on previously. Actually, do we have a Star Destroyer? Yeah, we have a Star Destroyer out here. I forgot about this. The 5th Fleet's been hanging out here with Admiral Ozzel. We don't actually have, unfortunately, any troops, so we need to fix that. So Spurna is actually has some for us, so we'll take them there. How about Daria? No. Okay, this one is kind of scary. So these definitely need work. We need a diplomat out here, but our diplomats are really in short supply. Let me check Binisada. Is he still hurt? Yeah. It's almost worth it for me to get Lord Vader involved out here in the Rim, but I don't want to risk him running into Luke, because that's just like... I know it's not like the sporting thing to do, but if you want to win, you gotta make sure that those conditions don't happen. Essentially, unless Vader's on a planet that gets captured and he somehow doesn't manage to get out, the only way that you lose the game easily as the Empire is if Luke captures Vader and the Emperor, because that's a guaranteed thing. On the second meeting, they'll be together and he could actually capture them, and then the Rebels take Coruscant. But since we get such a huge bonus to always giving them 2 like enticing things, both Coruscant and the Emperor in the same spot, you're always on the precipice of losing if you lose Lord Vader. Like, it's crazy. So I mean, like a small strike force. While I'm out here looking for them, if they took everything they had together and hit Coruscant after they had Vader, chances are they'd win, and they'd win the game instantly there, and I'd feel very sad. So we don't want that. Okay, let's go ahead and go medium again as we figure out what to do here.
A manufacturing message has been received.
Okay, let's just wipe off their... There we go. We wiped out their stuff. In fact, just target the civilian facilities. I don't think it makes a difference. Very small difference. They barely talk to each other. And that way there's nothing of interest on this planet. But we still have to take it, because we cannot allow it to fall into the hands.
There is a message from one of your field personnel.
We really need more troops.
There is a message from one of your field personnel.
It's arrived at Zafel. I mean, I could take it now and then have him try to do an uprising mission. It's not really worth it. Okay. Let's go ahead and stop. Let's take a look. What is the galaxy overview? How are we looking on refineries? Okay, so we have a ton of refineries. 184. We have 176 mines, so we need mines. Let's go ahead and build some. Right down here, Ord Tracy is like our major building facility right now. So I'm going to go ahead and target this sector. I essentially want to put mines anywhere that I have the ability to. There's not a lot of good planets here, unfortunately. So I'm going to be done with the sector. We're going to go over here to Jospro, though. And this is a perfect planet to do that. So we're going to go destination Enigra. I don't know how to say that. Mine. And we're going to make, what was it, like 8 of them? We'll do as many as we can. We can do 7 on the planet, because you're basically limited by the mineral slots. Like, you could only put 1 mine here. Put 4 mines here, etc. So we'll keep looking. And the Fourth Fleet will wait for those reinforcements before they move on. That way they don't have to wait longer in hyperspace. Alright, all good. So that at least takes care of that for now. And if we went through here after he becomes okay again and got all these back up to 100%, we'd have no problems at all. Alright, let's just keep going. Go ahead and save it real quick, since we know we're about to have a battle.
Manufacturing message has been
And that's the most likely chance that this, or place where this will crash.
There is a message from an Imperial unit.
So save your game early, save it often if you're planning to. Battle at Wistrel. Nice. Alliance fleet has been completely destroyed, as it should be. Alright, so that means that we are ready now to move on to Firo. You just see
One of our agents is
the smuggling is getting out of hand. Alright, so what do we have at Firo? Oh yeah,
There is a message
the autonomy.
personnel.
Nice, and all these A-Wings. Let's take command. Fingers crossed, doesn't crash. Okay. So what do they
Fleet
have?
is ready, Admiral. We await your orders.
They have this, which I don't know what this is. I'm not good enough at Rebel ships. I've never really cared, to be honest. And here we have the autonomy. So I have the Death Star. Attack
Death
that.
Star acknowledges. Target designated.
Alright, let's see.
Firing.
Let's see if we can do this so that we can see the Death Star fire. I don't know if the animation's actually going to come out of the Death Star itself. Alright, let's watch. Oh, it sure is. Look at that. Look how freaking cool that is. That's awesome. Okay. We'll just let our fighters take care of it.
Red Group acknowledges mission assignment. Blue Group acknowledges mission assignment. Green Group acknowledges mission assignment. Gold Group acknowledges mission
You can see
assignment.
their fighters are coming across, and here's the Death Star. So basically, on their end, okay, they have a timer as well for the rebels, and that's a Death Star trench run. And basically, if they can kill all my fighters, then they can do runs on the Death Star and try to blow it up on the trench, just like in Episode 4. And it's super effective. So you don't want them to do that. That would be bad. That's why it's so important that we have a huge starfighter group with them.
Taking losses. Red Group reporting. Target destroyed. Red Group reporting.
Okay. And you see, this probably takes like 5 minutes, maybe, real time, to charge back up.
Target destroyed. Red Group reporting. Target destroyed. Blue Group reporting.
Oh yeah, those primitive graphics are awesome.
Target destroyed. Blue Group reporting. Target destroyed. Green Group reporting. Taking losses.
Alright, so this one's actually pretty resilient. It's taken a beating from all my fighters, and it's not really going down. Shields are pretty strong, so I guess this is the stronger of the two. I guessed wrong. I don't know much, like I said, I don't know much about Rebel ships.
Gold Group reporting. Target destroyed. The rebel fleet.
Alright, so the Imperial fleet is victorious, as we knew they would be. Which is pretty cool. Tell you what, though. I don't really have any use for this planet. Do you guys? I didn't think so. Let's go ahead and handle that.
The Death Star is cleared to fire.
Commence primary ignition.
Yes. I didn't think that was a very good planet anyway. So we've gone ahead and we've done it, and pissed off the galaxy again, just ever so slightly. They'll get over it. They always do. So we now have taken the rebels out of the core sector. So that was pretty much the objective. in this episode. We're running up on 45 minutes now, so it looks like we're good. So guys, I really appreciate you watching. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the thumbs up. It genuinely does help me, like so much. It shows YouTube that there's an interest in the content, there's engagement. I'm going to be having a merchandise store for you guys pretty soon where you can buy cool Intrepid Dawn stuff. And we'll have a Patreon up as well, so you should check that out in the future video. So I appreciate you guys so much, and there's so much awesome stuff coming your way. Thank you for being a part of it. So my name is Captain Katarn, this is Intrepid Dawn, and I will see you in the verse. Thanks for watching.